Before we start today's video, check out our new merch shop linked in the description below, featuring new updated designs from your favorite Marvel projects. Use the code TEAMCAP or code IRONMAN in all caps to get 10% off of your order. Thanks so much and enjoy today's video.
Hey everyone.
What's up guys, Unofficial MCU here. Hope you're all doing well, and in today's video we are going to be discussing a Spider-Man 4 plot details, heavily rumored and all implied as into rumored reports if for anything, but it kind of comes as a bit of a concern for some, and for others honestly a big W. But either way, Spider-Man 4 needs to avoid the MCU's multiverse saga's biggest problem that we've seen before. We're gonna go ahead, hop right on into it, break it all down for you guys with everything that we know and everything that we'd be anticipating right Before now. We do though, however, grab that subscribe button if you haven't already, as we're discussing all types of Marvel related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel. So if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and grab that subscribe button today. Also, be sure to hit that little notification bell right next to it to be notified for when we have new videos dropping here on the channel almost on the daily. There is a lot of Marvel news to keep up with. It's exactly why we're here, is to keep you guys updated with everything, not just that, but also break it down for you guys. As always, I really appreciate all of the support. Okay, so in this video we are going to be taking a quick read from the Direct's article as an overall garnering source. I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. Spider-Man 4 needs to avoid the MCU multiversal saga's biggest problem thus far. Marvel Studios and Sony Pictures' Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland shouldn't get too caught up in the trappings of the multiversal saga and having it less of a grounded story and having it more so of a big epic multiverse story, as implied from recent reports and rumors. But honestly, if for anything, if I can be 110% transparent and honest with you guys, let me know of course what you guys all may think in the comments down below. I want a multiverse story for Spider-Man 4, especially as it's at the end of the multiverse saga and in between the next two Avengers movies. Why not? Why not go out with a bang and have the story mean something bigger than itself and have it connected to the next two Avengers movies? I'll leave it at that. The Spider-Man 4 rumor mill is swirling in the recent, and according to the gossip and speculation, the fourth MCU solo film to feature the webhead reportedly resembles either a cosmically scaled Venom follow-up or a more grounded adventure on the streets of New York City. But which path should the sequel follow? Of course, according to the various insiders and scoopers, there's been a bit of just a tug-of-war between what the story for Spider-Man 4's story is going to be, which will produce the movie with Marvel Studios and Sony Pictures, of course, and which holds the film rights to the character and approves the plot at the end of the day, which is kind of also how it goes down. Tom Holland's fourth Spider-Man outing will, still without an officially announced title or even at that an official confirmation from Marvel Studios themselves, but we all know that it's happening because Tom Holland has given us plenty of insights and even teases at that, but that hasn't stopped fans from endlessly pondering what it will actually be about. Whether one puts any stock into what online film scoopers say, it is often difficult to avoid reading the supposed juicy details when it comes to the plot. Case in point, Daniel RPK over his Patreon account, had reported that malevolent cosmic entity Null at the end of Venom: The Last Dance, who was the ones pulling the strings behind much of Venom: The Last Dance's plot, will somehow travel to the MCU, the Sacred Timeline, the 616 universe, and serve as Spider-Man 4's main villain. Moreover, Daniel RPK also claimed that the subtitle for Spider-Man 4 will be King in Black. Now this also, as far as that rumored title goes, if anything supports and adds on to the resume of what we've heard about here in the last couple of weeks and have discussed and covered here on the channel, as that Spider-Man 4 is going to be named and titled King in Black, and that Null would be implied somehow, some way, but not just this level and to that scale of him being like the main big bad kind of guy for Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland. Not just that, but it also seems that Sony Pictures wants to drag some of their mess of their Sony villain movies into the MCU and connect them to Tom Holland and Spider-Man. Now, I can't say that that's exactly the route to take. I see that they're trying to do something with that kind of, I don't want to be mean, but kind of garbage pile there and kind of make some use of it at the end of the day, which is definitely helpful and definitely something that they should do. Maybe it's not the time to do it right now. Maybe they should just let it be for the time being, seeing that it's recently kind of quote-unquote come to a conclusion. Maybe don't poke it with a stick and just kind of like let it sit for a minute before we come back to that, maybe sometime in the next saga. And of course, you may wonder, well, won't that kind of ruin some of the multiverse threads? Guys, the multiverse is always kind of going to be a thing, I think, for the time being, in and out of Marvel movies, especially now that they've kind of set up that they can do that, whether or not it calls for the story calls for it, or it's a rights thing. Either way, they've shown that they can do it. They're going to do it. It's going to make the money. That's why. This goes a long way to say that some believe that Peter Parker's next solo adventure will not take place on the streets and be a street-level kind of story. Introducing an interstellar multiversal story in a Spider-Man movie is likely something that large swaths of MCU audiences would deem kind of unsatisfactory. I think definitely unsatisfactory in this kind of point in case, as it just doesn't seem that it would have any heavy implication to the next two Avengers movies. After all, the consensus surrounding Marvel Studios' much discussed multiverse saga is that the franchise has made some major stumbles in this era. Many MCU devotees want to see this slate of projects wrapped up kind of quickly, if for anything, but also still make good use. As I had also mentioned before, it almost seems that's kind of what Sony Pictures wants to do with some of their villain movies, with the Spider-Man villain movies, but also have it implied and kind of add to the bigger picture at the end of the day that they're being the next two Avengers movies. Not so much Avengers Doomsday, but definitely Avengers Secret Wars. Marvel and Sony potentially returning to the multiverse for a second time with a solo Spider-Man movie after Spider-Man No Way Home seems unneeded story-wise and unwise given the current stink surrounding recent multiverse outings. It goes both ways. It's not entirely fair to say that because look at Deadpool and Wolverine, but then you have other projects, maybe more so like Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, that didn't land on their feet 110%. Either way, let me know what you guys are all thinking in the comments down below. I'm all ears. Would love to hear what you guys are all thinking. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been Unofficial MCU. Let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Different theories as well. I'm all ears. Let's discuss. I love to hear what you guys are all thinking. Leave a like on today's video as it really does help out the channel. I really appreciate it. Stick around here on the channel, Unofficial MCU, by hitting that subscribe button and notification bell to be notified for when we have new videos dropping here on the channel, almost on the daily. There's a lot of Marvel news and craziness that has been going on. That's exactly why we're here, is to keep you guys all updated on all of it and explain it all. Also, check out our merch shop, linked in the description down below or to the channel. Also use codes Team Iron Man or Team Cap in all caps, depending on what team you are a part of, to get 10% off of your order. I'll be updating and dropping new designs on a regular basis, so make sure you check it out. It can make a perfect gift for someone else or even for yourself. With whatever way you support the channel, I really deeply do appreciate it. Whether it's simply watching today's video or purchasing one of our products, thank you guys so much. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. Remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Peace out.